Welcome to the Volunteer Experience Path. You are probably thinking, thanks, now what? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you. During this video, we'll go through the Volunteer Experience Path and how you can complete it navigating ookslife.ca and more. The goal of the volunteer experience is to provide NAIT students with opportunities to volunteer, track their hours, improve their resumes, and earn some sweet rewards and recognition for your hard work. Now, let's break down the Volunteer Experience Path. The Volunteer Experience Path is organized in 4 tiers. Within each tier, there is a minimum number of items, also known as experiences, that you'll be required to complete. We'll dive deeper into the unique tiers as you make your way through the Volunteer Experience Path. But for right now, here's a brief outline. Bronze, silver, gold, and platinum recognition. For each of those tiers, you'll complete 10 hours of volunteer work, as well as submit a 1-page reflection about your volunteer experience. Starting at the bronze tier, 10 hours of volunteering is required. For silver, another 10 hours is needed for a total of 20 hours of volunteering. For gold, an additional 10 hours of volunteering is needed for a total of 30 hours. And finally, to receive platinum recognition, you will have to have done an additional 20 hours for a total of 50 hours of volunteering. Just remember that you will have to complete the tiers in order. For example, you require bronze to get silver and silver to get gold, etc. As you go up in your number of hours, you achieve each tier until you reach platinum. Students who complete the program will have their accomplishments noted on their ookslife.ca involvement record and receive a small swag gift. Each student who completes a tier will earn a digital badge, and the first 200 students to complete each tier will receive a certificate from NAITSA. As a bonus, with each finished tier of the volunteer experience completed by the end of the academic term, we'll hold draws for some great prize packs. Now, let's head over to ookslife.ca and look at the platform, and learn more about how to record your volunteer hours and navigate the volunteer experience path. In order to verify your hours, you will need to have at least the minimum number of volunteer hours documented on your ookslife.ca involvement record. Remember that a total of 10 hours for bronze, 20 hours for silver, 30 hours for gold, and 50 hours for platinum must be completed and documented. It is important to only add volunteer hours that were completed while you were enrolled at NAIT. Click on your initial or profile picture on the top right corner to reveal your user drawer and select Experience. Click Add Experience, scroll down and select Volunteer Experience Off Campus. Fill out and submit the form. An administrator will then review your submission, verify that it is true, and approve it. It will appear on your involvement record after it's approved. On-campus volunteer hours are added to ookslife.ca as service hours through the club or department that you volunteered with. For example, if you volunteered with OOKSCrew, the International Center, or the NAITSA Food Center, your supervisor will record your volunteer hours for you, and they should already be included in your involvement record. If your volunteer hours have not been recorded, you will need to ask your supervisor to add your service hours, or navigate to Organizations on the top menu bar and find the club or department that you completed your volunteer hours with. If you haven't already joined the organization, you will need to do that before you can record your hours. Then click your initial/profile picture and select Service Hours, and fill out the form with the details of your volunteer work. After these hours are approved, they will automatically appear on your involvement record. After you have added the minimum number of hours required for a particular tier to your involvement record, it is now time that you can apply for your volunteer experience recognition. The first thing you will need to do is to save a copy of your involvement record so you can submit it. To do this, click on your initial or profile picture on the top right corner. Click Involvement Record then click Print View/PDF, and then print as a PDF to download to your computer. Lastly, you will need to submit your involvement record to the appropriate tier. Click your initial or profile picture on the top right-hand corner to reveal the user drawer. This time you will select Paths. Choose from the Progress For drop-down menu and select Volunteer Experience. In the description, you'll see tiers, the perks of completing the path, a list of prizes, and contact information if you need any assistance with the path. In the Overall Progress section, you'll be able to see the big picture of your path progress in the Volunteer Experience. At the bottom, you will see the tiers in the Volunteer Experience path. When you expand each tier, you'll see the description, the completion requirements, and the items applicable to that particular tier. If you have completed the minimum requirement for a tier, it is time to submit. For example, if you have completed 10 hours of volunteer work and have it documented in your involvement record, click the blue Report Experience button. Scroll down and select Volunteer Experience Bronze Recognition. You will then be asked to fill out a form that includes writing a thoughtful reflection about your experience and uploading your involvement record. Then click Submit. Your submission will then be verified and you will earn a digital badge. If you are a winner of the bonus prizes, someone will be in touch with you. As you volunteer more, you repeat the same processes and submit again for each silver, gold, and platinum levels of recognition. Thanks so much for watching, and happy volunteering.